Good fucking morning. Hopefully, the audio will be a bit better this time. Yep. Streaming sewing again, for the time being. I had wanted to play something, but honestly... Drop my L. I'm not entirely sure what I want to play. Because the only thing I have been playing lately is fucking Elden Ring, and occasionally a little bit of Lost Ark. But I got not really disheartened with Lost Ark. But I was expecting to get the power pass when I hit 50 to level up another character to 50, and then I found out, nah, you need to do the main story. I'm just gonna, nah. But hey ho, shit happens. So yeah, I actually probably should have put that I was streaming on fucking Twitter and shit, but eh. Who needs to, right? I'm just kind of sitting here chilling out anyway. And unfortunately I don't have any coffee either. I ran out of fillers, so I'm currently drinking tea. Which is fine, but I normally do that much later in the day. I need to get better at keeping a hold of this L or L. There we go. I am terrible at keeping a hold of this, and someone's being very loud. So, today is normally the day where my daughter is at school, well, nursery, and my partner is usually out for the day. However, today she has a job interview, so I'll need to leave around 2 o'clock to go pick my daughter up for school, and she is going to her job. 3 or 4 or something, but she'll need time to get ready, so that's what's happening today. Hopefully the audio balance is okay, and the minute somebody comes in they can let me know. I'm sure it will be fine though. This time I can actually keep a little better eye, and if anybody does stop him, I'll be able to see, rather than being a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, I should probably pop this on the Stream Manager on this side. I'm currently looking at the Streamlabs desktop. When I'm looking up, we're wait. Oh, fuck's sake. So, been having trouble with the washing machine the last couple of days. It wasn't working for one of the wash cycles. It kept saying there was a problem with the... I think it's the drain. So we just switched it to another wash cycle and it was working perfectly fucking fine. But that now seems to not be working, because I can hear the fucking beeping noise saying, no, we're not working anymore. We have an error code. Well, son of a bitch. I need to phone the landlord later and get him to send somebody out to have a look at it. Because the last time it happened, it wasn't actually a water issue. It was the carbon brushes inside the washing machine. Which is stupid, because I have been taking better care of the washing machine lately. Ever since he told me what the issue with the carbon buildup was. So, fuck knows. It's funny, I watched the VOD for the last stream back and discovered that my audio was quiet as fuck. So, hopefully it's okay just now. Although, I have no great... That's fine. I have no great confidence in it because, as always happens with streaming, which I have not done as much in recent years as I used to do, it's somewhat a pain in the ass. Cool things though. Thanks to Kahuli's raid the other day, who I have not watched in ages, but it was cool to hear from him again. Oh fuck. I have caught the end of that thread. That's fine. Fix it this way. I hate when I do that. I need to burn this wee bit as well. That's fine. But thanks to Kahul's raid the other day, which I totally missed because I was too engrossed in sewing shit, we have enough followers now for affiliate. So it's just a matter of the hours and days streamed and average viewers, and we'll be able to apply for affiliate, which then presents me with a problem of I need to start thinking about emotes and sub badges and 101 other things that I had no intention of thinking about anytime soon. Just kind of a pain in the ass, but pretty cool at the same time. Because I mean, we are just streaming whilst I do things for my other fucking job. So, that's kind of cool. You can't really see it, by the way, but I am sewing shut. I'll angle this down just ever so slightly so you can see I'm using the stitching pony to actually sew shit together. Maybe should have made the leather a little bigger, but shit happens. My beeping noise is really doing my fucking head in, and I really hope people can't hear it. This is quite fucking loud. So yes, Fridays are meant to be gaming streams, but I am actually behind on a couple of commissions and getting stuff up into the Etsy store. So I decided before I started doing anything else, come on. There we go. Didn't put that all through enough. Yeah, so I decided before I done anything else that I'd try and get some of the stuff finished. Otherwise, I'd be playing something. And honestly, I have no idea what I want to play on PC. The rig's getting a little bit old, so it's a little harder to play newer games and stream them, but honestly, there's just not really anything there I want to play right this second. I assume part of that is because fucking Elden Ring is amazing, and I can only really play that on PS4. And also partially, let's see, I'm also partially there's just nothing really on PC I want to play just now. There's a bunch of older games that I have had in my Steam library and shit for years and never got around to playing. So at some point I'll do that. Lucy! How you doing, my dear? You're either up early or... No, wait. You'll still be awake at an incredibly late time. You silly girl. Although it is the weekend, so I suppose you're allowed to. This right now is a deck box pouch. It's similar to this, but in red leather. And it's gonna have hard sides rather than the softer sides. Friday night! How are you anyway, Lucy? I've not seen you in fucking ages. I have spoke to you now and again, but with the times of the realms, I haven't really seen you, and I miss your face. Are you streaming again lately, by the way, or are you just worky? Because I have kept an eye for you streaming and shit, but I have no idea where you decided to stream and shit, so... yeah. Oh, you miss my face too. That's cute. I've missed everybody's face. I've not fucking seen anybody. Worky at the moment. Ah. That's a shame. But good for the money side of things. No streams till you can move. Ah, so you're still in that boat. I did see you were playing Lost Ark and shit. How you find them? Seriously, that fucking beeping. COVID kind of fucked plans there. Yeah. I think COVID kind of fucked plans everywhere. Plus side, with people being shit, I decided me to go, I'm not gonna do this shit no more. And I decided to come and start doing this full time. Right, now. Okie doke. Although it has only been a couple of weeks and I still haven't opened the shop properly yet. I did, however, set up a bunch of fucking merch shit with the company logo on here because, and this is dumb, but previously we used to have some stupid people who would give donations and money and shit, which honestly I fucking hate. All good if it's like the charity event and shit I did, but I would much rather, if people are going to give me fucking money, they get something for it. So I set up a bunch of shit where they can get stickers and various other bullshit. Because why the fuck not? You haven't played it much. See, I played it to 50 with the male gunslinger class, and the male gunslinger is pretty good. He can get through content no problem, but I just don't find it that enjoyable. So I started leveling a paladin after I hit 50 and didn't get the power pass. I need to pull that tight. Because apparently you need to get to a certain point in the main story, and I'm like 2 areas behind that. So I just started playing the fucking paladin, because I'd rather have a more supported character. Moved all your donation stuff ages ago. Yeah, like, I didn't remove it, it's still there. You can still go tip the donation thing. I actually need to change it and just warn people, look, don't fucking donate. If you want something, go buy fucking merch or something instead. Because technically I am doing this as a part of my business. Avernus Designs, by the way, which you can see the logo right there. Go check it out on fucking Instagram and Twitter and Etsy and all that kind of fucking jazz. Because, yeah, reasons. I need to eat. But yeah, like, years ago I thought donations were cool and all the rest of it, but I really don't like people giving me fucking money for shit. Commission me for shit when you move. Cool! I am down for that. If you have funky things you need made, I will do that quite happily. Quite happily I shall. Heaps of funky things. Nice. We'll be moving shortly. Which actually reminds me, I'll need to inform the landlord this week that I'm giving up the tenancy. The kitchen tavern. Nice. I am eventually, and I say eventually because it's going to take me quite some time. Once we get into the new place, I am going to build a workshop out the back. I'm going to turn that into an area for streaming and leatherworking and potentially like woodworking and stuff later as well, but that's a long-term goal. But I'm going to do it up either like a tavern or like a dungeon. So that I can use it to play D&D and hang out with people and all that kind of jazz. But just because I think it'll be cool. Mostly. But wait. Leatherworking just now presents a problem. Like, and it's in part because we don't have a separate room for my daughter, because this place is kind of small because it's only 2 bedroom, and also the second bedroom is taken up with the streaming stuff, the sewing stuff for my partner. So it's like there's a lot of shit in the way that we can't really put anywhere else. Because I originally took this place with the intention of it being me and her, and it was going to be a fucking kind of bachelor pad. But that didn't happen in the end. So we've got this kind of situation right now where it isn't really ideal, because now I have my daughter and she needs her own space, and we need space for all the shit we need to do. So, by the way, corners on leather, fucking murder. Alright, through this. So when we move into the new place, she's got her own bedroom already set up because it's someone we know. They're moving out and basically letting us take over their tenancy there. It's not happening for a wee while yet, but it's not really bigger. It's just this property has a garage, but one we're not able to access, which cuts down the amount of space we actually have for what we need to do. So I think the rooms in that place are not necessarily bigger, but they are much better laid out. Because I think originally the flat we're in was all one big house, and then obviously someone bought it and turned it into flats and just changed everything around. So every one of the flats here are all laid out differently, and some of them are well laid out, and ones like this are fucking not. But it will result in more space. There's also a loft, so there's more kind of built-in storage. There's bits and pieces that will make life a little easier for us, and we also have a much bigger garden. So those kind of factors are what made us decide. Plus the person we're taking the property from decided she wanted to move in with her partner. So it was really just so that that property doesn't go back to social housing situation. But we can't do that for a wee while, so it's going to take a little while to do, but in the end will be worthwhile. We're getting there, we're getting there. This has got to be slightly smaller than I intended though. And I'm going to have to trim up the leather edges. Getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, pretty much. So, did you manage to get the permanent position yet, or is this still the temp works? Because, I mean, surely they should give you the permanent position by fucking now. We've worked with them for fuck knows how long. So yeah, see. Not permanent, but longer contract and a higher position. Nice. And you're not blowing it all on donations and subs now. Because I remember a while ago I gave you my expense tracking thing. And you were like, I don't know how much money I was wasting. Well, so, still some, but not as bad. That's fair. You're allowed to support people you like. I mean, especially if you're not hitting shit tons of bills and stuff, but... Because it was family you were staying with, right? So, I'm assuming the cost of living is a little bit cheaper than it would otherwise be. Yeah, my savings are quickly going to fucking vanish. Unfortunately, a lot of my fucking investments kind of went down the fucking tubes. So, I am presently in the situation where it's slightly worrisome, but I'll be fine. Still got enough for about half a year's worth of fucking expenses, so. Chip in a fair bit. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like, honestly, the difference between chipping in a bit and paying the fucking full whack is fucking insane. Like, when I was doing that job previously, obviously my partner hadn't been working because she was more or less looking after the kid constantly, and that, like, going from 2 incomes to 1 was a challenge for a while. But I saw how much money I had previously been able to save and stuff, and then just being my income paying all the fucking bills and shit, I'm like, fuck. Alright, there we go. Back into here. This is going to get a little bit dicey. But that's cool. So what have you been doing other than work? 2 to 1 income is always going to be hard. I think what made it harder was it was 2 incomes to 1 with another mouth. Well, not really another mouth because she was breastfed, but just the other costs associated with it. Looking after another human being. It's not easy, but we got there. And she's a healthy little fucking terror. Who is very excited today because her Spanish grandmother, or abuela, sent her a bunch of stuff today. So she wanted to take it all to nursery to show her classmates. Which is pretty cute. And I'm glad she's actually using the stuff. So, by the way, Lucy, how is the audio? Because it's been kind of fucked up lately. I honestly didn't do any testing before I fucking streamed last time, but I should have. So, I realised that after the fact that it was really fucking quiet. Just working, gaming. Nice. Music's loud. Right, cool. I know what the problem there is. It's because that's still up full blast. There we go. Better. Because the funny thing is, that is actually reduced by fucking 25.5 decibels already. It's Adrian von Ziegler's music, and I think occasionally some of it's just much louder than other. Because of the volume, I've currently got the sorry, 2 seconds. Just try to find the hole here. Because of the volume I have the monitor at, I can't really hear the fucking music at all. So it's kind of hard to gauge how loud it's going to be. Because I really need to buy new headphones. I gave her my old ones when we were playing D&D, and I was just using a set from I'll say a basic jack ones that I had been using with my phone to listen to music, and I have just never got round to buying a new set. I think it was whose mic that died, so he was having to use the desktop mic, which, as we all know, is fucking terrible on laptops. It's nice music, and it's all royalty free, if I remember rightly. If not, I'm going to get a copyright strike. But oh well. So, who obviously doesn't have a PC set up in the place he lives, just because of space constraints, plus laptops are easier for him because he moves around quite a bit. But laptop mic audio is horrible, especially when you're playing D&D where the voice thing is the biggest deal. And then he couldn't stream or fuck all either, so I gave him my Corsair one. And I've just never replaced it. I will need to eventually though, because at some point, and I mean I could take the PS4 at the living room, put it through here, do it through the capture card, but the problem with that is currently the PS4's what we use for TV, because it has Netflix and Disney Plus and everything else on it. And I see no point in paying a fucking TV license because it's a waste of fucking money. Oh, you got a Trobin tablet. Dope. I actually wanted to get one a while ago. Because at one point I had a lot of time at work. Just because some of the days were pretty quiet. I debated buying a drawing tablet. Just for at work, whilst I was fucking trying to find hobbies again, because I hadn't had fucking time for them in so long. But in the end I decided not to fucking bother. Yeah, TV licenses are the weirdest fucking things. It's like, here, you need to pay us to watch TV, but you produce nothing that's worthwhile. Your British broadcasting thing now is so fucked up that you're bought and paid for by the fucking current government party, so you're not even free press. And I have no intention of actually listening to a single goddamn word you say because it's fucking propaganda. So, yeah. TV license in the UK, waste of fucking time and money. And if you don't watch terrestrial TV, you don't have to have a TV license. So I don't. It's one of those drawing monitors you hook up to. Ah, nice. That's pretty cool. You wouldn't listen to that shit either. I don't fucking blame you. I barely listen to the fucking news as it is. And I mean, any fucking news. I bet the only news I was listening to was financial news when I was heavily investing, but even then, that was more as an ex-company got to be doing anything lately. Which there's actually a good guy on YouTube called Denwo Trading. He actually gave me quite a lot of fucking good investment opportunities. So, I used to sit and listen to him before I went to work. Because he was self-taught, said things that made sense. I was like, cool, I can listen to this guy. Although, it does sound like he's quite seriously stoned 90% of the time. So, that made it a wee bit harder to listen to him, but yeah, I had a good few wins off him. So, that was good. How long have we been at this? So it's took me about 40 minutes to do one side. So it's going to take me about an hour today. I really need to get the sewing time on these things done to push the prices down. Because unfortunately, the time it takes to sew these by hand obviously affects the cost, because I am not working for free. I am technically doing artisanal leather work. So yeah, that shit doesn't come free, motherfucker. Aye, like the majority of the YouTube stock channels and shit, none of them have any fucking sense whatsoever. They just all got caught up on the hype of that GameStop shit, and then everybody started bleeding money. Myself included for a while. Although I still have some fucking GameStop stocks. So. Though they are at a much higher price than they're currently worth. Which is kind of shit. I had intended to sell some during a spike, and then the next spike just never fucking came. So, I still have a couple I need to offload when it goes higher again. But hey ho. Although I'm really pissed off about that Time Wonderland thing. I fucking lost $5,000 on that. It's unfortunate. But hey ho, hey ho. So, Lucy, have you been playing Elden Ring? Or are you... I know it's not really your kind of game, but I was curious. Because, honestly, that game is fucking fantastic. I know you're really more a horror gal. You haven't yet? Plan on getting it? Nice. I do recommend it. Like, even for people who generally don't like Dark Souls games, or Soulsborne games, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's actually pretty good, because there's a bunch of different ways you can go about playing it that you can get around some of the combat aspects, which is pretty dope. Why did I have the feeling you didn't like Dark Souls then? Yeah. Impatience in those games, generally not a good thing. Elden Ring, though, is fantastic. It is kinda like an actual RPG, rather than the combat games with RPG elements that most of the Souls games technically are. Yep, you can do a lot of horseback fighting. Ranged is fantastic. I have played it for a good fucking long time, and I have only just last night killed the second boss. The second main game boss. I have explored and cleared out most the first area you start in, apart from a certain thing that's in the swamps, and a couple of other things. Yes, going slowly is highly recommended. Also, picking something you want to play. Originally I started out as a wretch because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to play and I just wanted to check it out. But I ended up restarting. Originally I restarted as the samurai class because honestly I really just like the Uchi Katana early game because it has bleed on it. And then pure melee combat in that game doesn't work as well as having options. Now, I could have relied on the bow a little bit more, but it takes a bit of time to get the bow builds going. And I found I was just kind of fucking about a bit too much as the samurai class. I wasn't dodging enough, I wasn't using the guard counter mechanic. I had fun with it, but not as much fun as I knew I could have. So I went and I took the sorcerer class, which I've been playing through as. And I started up a character the other day as a confessor, just to see what that was like. But I think what I'm actually going to play through as is ending up going into faith and bleed, because honestly I just really like the idea of bleeding fuckers to death. But exploration in that game is fucking great. You will find tons of little things that are just off the beaten path. You can follow the main road. Like, a couple of days after the game came out, I found a underground city that I marked, went away from, and never looked back at it until last night. And holy fuck me, am I glad I did. I was not the level to be in that fucking place. So yeah, it's fucking great because you can just mark things on your map, have a try at it if you really want, and if you're not feeling like you're able to do that particular thing, you can just fuck off and go do something else for a bit. And you will always have fun with it. Like, I didn't even look at the first couple of bosses for the longest fucking time, because I was just having too much fun exploring the initial areas of the game. So, like, exploring, I think it's called Limgrave, the first area. Limgrave and the Weeping something or other. The Weeping, I think it's Peninsula, is the word I'm looking for. But those initial two areas have so much fucking shit in them. Like, my original thought for Elden Ring was, nah, I'll leave off until I hear reviews and see how it's running, because honestly, fuck me, man. Like, the last couple of games I've pre-ordered have been absolute fucking trash. So I wanted to stay away from pre-ordering for the next however long. Also, I don't have a PS5, and the PC is getting too old to fucking play some of the newer games, so my only option was to buy it on PS4, and I wanted to know it to actually run well first. But I ended up giving up on that idea when I found out that it was running pretty well on PS4. So, like, the second day, maybe the third day, I just went, nah, I can't hold off on getting this because otherwise I'm just going to get everything fucking spoiled for me. Because I've been avoiding spoilers on it, like, fuck me. Like, every fucking YouTuber I have in my fucking feed is all uploading Elden Ring shit, and I'm just like, no. Well, not every one of them, but a lot of them. I'm like, no, I want to play it before everything gets spoiled from thumbnails. A lot of shit's still been spoiled because of thumbnails and algorithms, but oh well, such is life. There we go. That's looking good. So, yeah. It's a thing I need to contend with. So I picked up, and I'm really fucking glad I did, because for the price of that fucking game, I have had more time out of it than like 90% of the fucking things I've bought in recent years. The only thing I will say further than that is make sure you upgrade your spirit summons by using the stuff for the catacombs when you unlock that ability. Because holy fuck are some of them pretty strong. Like, I've got a legendary undead one, and the undead ones are pretty cool because they get fucked up, they die, and then they start reanimating. So that's pretty awesome. But even like some of the basic ones, like I think the first one you get is a jellyfish. Well, it's meant to be the first one you get. You can find other ones before you get to that point. But the jellyfish thing is apparently really quite tanky. I have not used it because I found the fucking legendary one quite early, and honestly I've just been using that because I was playing a mage character. I had enough FP to use said legendary one after a wee while. So I just started using that, and I'm just like, well, fuck all these other ones, I'll use this fucking legendary undead thing. It's not called legendary, it's called renowned, I think. Yeah, I know. So that's the one thing I would say is make sure you upgrade your spirit ashes. Even if it's just so they can take some hits for you, but some of them are super fucking aggressive, some of them are pretty good at just taking focus away from you. And even the ones that are just hyper aggressive, they are pretty good about keeping focus off you as well. They also can do a shit ton of damage, but using the spirit ashes is fucking great. And it's not like the old Souls games where things will come at you one at a time, you can deal with them nice and slow. No, don't fucking have the Dark Souls mentality. Think it more like Bloodborne, where everything will fucking rush you. Yeah. Like, so many times I've ran into places where there's just a fucking trap and there's shit tons of guys fucking just appear out of fucking nowhere, and you're just like, fuck. All because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, other recommendation for you is as soon as you can get a torch, grab it, because it'll help you out in the first couple of dungeons you explore. And as soon as you find somebody that sells a lantern, or I think there might be one you can just randomly find. There might be a torch you can... Oh, there is a torch you can randomly find as well. But I can't remember where they are. Make sure you have that on your offhand, because some of those fucking caverns and caves are dark as shit. You will need light. Lantern's much better because you don't have to hold it, so you can have your shield or your other weapon or your staff or whatever equipped, or you can two-hand, whatever. But having light in that game is fucking useful. But I will not be saying fuck all about any of the bosses or any of that kind of shit. Because, honestly, some of them are just fucked up. There are things, by the way, in the world that, like, you know how in all the Souls games you could make weapons for the boss souls? In this case it's runes, but you can do that in this game as well. But they got smart. Instead of forcing you to go play New Game Plus to get... Because there was a couple of bosses where you had one or two options in some of the Souls games where you could get one thing or you could get the other. And if you wanted both of them, you'd have to go through the New Game Plus to get it. In this one, there's like a certain number of these things that will let you make duplicates. I'm not sure if it's... Things are called remembrances. The boss soul things. So, there is a thing in the game where you can duplicate them. So you can get... I think it'll let you get both of the boss's items. Like I said, the only one I've killed is the first story boss with a great room. And I've found one... No, wait, I've found two of the things that let you duplicate them. I haven't used it because neither of the items sound great, but... Yeah. See? Doo-doo. Pocket pouch. I'll need to wet mold this a wee bit, but how pretty is that? Nice, very red. I'll have to stamp it again. I do have to make another brown one, and I need to cut a purple one. Yes, and I don't know about this one because I'm using hard leather on it, but these ones are perfect for like a deck of 52 cards plus another couple of bits and pieces. So I haven't really tested it because I only done it with the D&D Taroka deck, but I reckon you could fit in, say, your character spell cards or Magic the Gathering deck or your fucking Yu-Gi-Oh deck or Pokemon or whatever in them, plus a couple of other bits and pieces. So they're pretty good. I quite like them. I made them a nice size, I think. Just seal this one up. Now, the main problem with them is that's just took me about an hour to sew one side of that. That does not count the time it took me to burnish the inside, which honestly I need to find a better way of doing to do it quicker. And I still have another side and a half to do. So this is labor intensive. Now, I did buy a leather cobbler's sewing machine, but there is literally no point in me setting that up right now, because I just have to dismantle it when we decide to move. And also, we've got the storage issue for it. So it's not 100% a great idea to do at the moment. But it is something I very much need to consider, because that took an hour. If I used the sewing machine, it'd probably take me about 10 minutes. So when we get to that point, that's fucking great. But the problem then becomes it's no longer hands-on. So machine stitching also isn't as hard wearing. So that's all saddle stitched, which makes it very, very tough to break. But the machine stitching doesn't do it quite as well as that. So yeah, it's a decision I'm going to have to make between extreme quality and durability or speed of manufacture. So what I might end up doing eventually is having two different versions. The one that doesn't take me as long, it'll obviously be a bit cheaper, and then the one that I am sewing by hand 100%, that's got to be a thingy. Something to make with commissions and pretty much. So anything commission based is probably going to have to be hand sewn anyway, because I'll need to do like a mock-up, and then I'll need to sit there and work out how to do it, how to cut it, how to put it together. And then because it is a commission, I'm going to want to hand stitch it anyway to make sure that it is fucking perfect. Because you don't want to fucking hand somebody a thing and then it falls apart. So that's a consideration that I need to make. I also made these yesterday. tiny little fucking coin pouches. Neat, huh? Purple, brown, and red. I think the red might be my favourite. Although I do quite like the purple. But those are... the purple one's a little bit fucked up. So, someone had asked for something with rounded edges, and I didn't quite round this off as well as I thought I had. So when I stitched it, it kind of fucked up a little bit. I do actually need to make the next batch a little bit bigger, because these ones, you can fit a card in. Ugh. Ugh. But getting it back out's a problem. So I need to make it ever so slightly bigger just to get a bit more flex. I don't have any coins in my pocket because I took them all out, but that's what I want to do. I also, at some point, whenever I sell one of those little coin pouches, I want to have a metal coin with the logo embossed on it, because you're supposed to put coins in those kind of pouches for good luck or something like that. Like, I did have a tiny one somebody gave me years ago lying about on my desk, but I have no idea where it's gone now. But yeah, so somebody gave me one years ago, and we're talking years. But I would like to get some discs stamped with the logo to go inside them. Yeah. Never give a wallet money box without a coin. Aye, pretty much. Obviously that then presents more costs, but I think just getting coins or metal discs stamped with the logo shouldn't be too bad. I would very much like to do it. In fact, you know what we can do? We have this useful little thing called Alibaba that, because I am technically a registered business, I can actually check what their costs are. Logo stamp coins. So, oh wow. Custom promotional. I can get brass coin blanks for 10 cents a piece. Sweet! Ah, nice. So, yeah, I can actually get those done pretty cheaply. So I can literally get them done in small... I really don't need that much. So minimum order would be 100 pieces. It would take them about 15 days to do, so you're talking... what, 30? So you're talking about maybe 30 quid? I don't know if this is front and back or just Because if it's front and back, that'd be fantastic. Because what I would love to do, if the business ever actually takes off, is each one of those stamps put a unique code on the back that gives you like 10% off your next order. That'd be awesome. That one I would love to fucking do. Sorry, 2 seconds. My partner has just finished her job interview. We interviews, so you just finished. Okay. Yep, pretty much. So, a single unique code. And now PayPal's attacking me. PayPal, what do you want? I know I set up a fucking business account with you, but holy fucking shit. Right, cool. You're just reminding me about invoices. Okay. Here's hoping. Apparently she'll find out the start of next week or the end of the week. I actually totally forgot what she said already, but she'll find out in the next couple of days, couple of weeks. So that is a thing. Right, I am going to take a quick couple of minute break so I can grab a smoke, a pee, and another tea. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. I am going to set this on the be right back screen because shiny, shiny. Also, I just like the transition because it's bats. Bats, motherfucker. See, look. Bats! And be right back. More bats! So, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. How long has Adrian's... we've still got about fucking 45 minutes on that. So we'll take a chill. I'll be back. Go take a toilet break, grab a coffee, do whatever you need to do. I'll see you back here in about 5 minutes. And after almost setting the house on fire, I'm back. Oh dear. So, I'd left my lighter through here, so I used the fucking gas hob, and I then sat a tray on top of the gas hob with the hob still on. Yeah, that wasn't very bright. In fairness, it's not my house. It's the landlord's house. I just read. Oh dear. That was really fucking stupid. Oh, dear God. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh, by the way, lurkers, thank you. You are currently pushing up the viewers count, which is potentially going to let us hit the affiliate status, because I need an average of 3 viewers, or the blah 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 7 unique days and whatever number of hours. What are the things on this anyway? Is it under the community tab or the achievements tab? I think it's under the achievements tab. Let's have a look at this a second. Yes, path to affiliate. Need to have streamed for 8 hours and on 7 different days with an average of 3 viewers per stream. Yay. And because of the time we are streaming, viewers are... yeah. And that 3 viewer count is not going to be as easy. Because it is first thing in the morning for me. It is last thing at night for Lucy Lou. And for other people is gonna be like fucking midday or some shit. So yeah, that one's not gonna be too easy to hit, but we'll hit it. It'll be fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, listen, did you know Dragonheart and shit still streaming? Apparently Panda started streaming with them a lot more as well, which is cool. And Kahuli is still streaming as well. I actually need to get better at keeping on track with the people who are still streaming these days, because I have lost touch with a lot of people for the YouTube Mixer communities. Narcos still streams, I believe, and is doing pretty fucking well for himself. Last time I watched him though was ages ago, and he was playing Devil May Cry, doing the Bloody Palace, which honestly is always the most fun part of Devil May Cry. It always has been. We all know it. But yeah, so a couple of them are still streaming and shit, and I really need to get better at not necessarily watching them, but staying in touch. I actually messaged me the other day, asking if I was going back to streaming or what, which is funny because I'd literally just kind of set a schedule and various other bits and pieces, and it was nice to chat with him because I like Dragon. He's a lovely guy. And Panda was nice too, although she was lacking confidence at the time, so I'm glad she's found a bit more confidence in herself now. And fucking Taku doesn't really stream anymore because he's busy working all the time. But apparently he's going to marry Soph at some point, which is kinda adorable. Because little Soph is fucking awesome, and I have no idea how the little ginger twit landed her, but they're lovely together. Although she is a goddamn psychopath, so that could be why. Maybe he's the only person that would put up with her shit. Nah, we like Soph. We like Taku. My phone's going off again. That might be my partner again. Cool. She thinks our interview went well. I'm glad to hear it. Because the job she's currently working, which is for my previous employer, is shit. And all of the staff for that company right now, apart from the management teams, are getting like fuck all hours because of the time of year it is. So she's working like 4 hours a fucking week, which is useless. And I'm not going to badmouth the company, but let's just say they don't really have their employees' well-being at stake. Oh, I did just punch the mic, so I hope that didn't blow anybody's eardrums up, because the mic is up pretty high. So, sorry if I just fucked up your eardrums, it was not intentional. But yeah, I kind of miss hanging out with Taco. Well, Taku, but he's a busy boy these days. Oh, also, Lucy, remind me at some point that I need to send you the file for the Lake in the Dead campaign art I got done, because chances are at some point I will lose that. And I know you wanted to keep it for your first piece of art you ever had done at your Triton Paladin. Oh, I missed that campaign. That campaign was fucking fun. Still not the most fun I've had in that campaign though. The last campaign we were playing with Taku and Ruff and oh fuck, I've totally forgot his name. I know he was playing a drow. I've totally forgot his name. But that campaign was fun as well. Although I joined it later after their little wizard quit playing. So initially I brought in something that was kind of burst damagey because, well, it was meant to be more support, but it ended up more fucking ridiculous damage. So once that wee bit of the campaign was done, I walked him away and brought in Bard. Sorry, I keep doing that. It's sitting in the wrong place. So I brought in a Bard cleric who ended up being even fucking worse. Not intentionally, but he did end up getting fucking 3 wishes using a deck of many things in an effort to cure a Medusa of her horrible affliction, and then instantly wasted one of the wishes. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the angel on the Out of the Abyss campaign art, I think her name's Zariel or something. Yeah, as soon as he'd saved this Medusa for her curse, by pulling for the deck of many things fucking twice. The first time, he got a card that ruined anything on his person that was not magical. So, luckily he had no fucking gold, but he's standing there absolutely fucking naked. Pulls through it again, gets the wish cards he was after. Strolls into the room of this Medusa absolutely butt naked. Cures her our fucking Medusa problem. And then fucking Zariel starts talking to them through this fucking mirror. Because she's pissed they destroyed a contract, basically, with this Medusa wife. So, it says, wait till I get my hands on you. So the instant thing that went through my head was, well, I wish you had no hands. So now there's this fucking Lord of the Nine Hells with no fucking hands. And she was pissed. It was funny. So yeah, that character was absolute fucking chaos incarnate. Because it was a pure support character, but it could still dish out a fucking ton of damage. And it didn't help that he had a bardic instrument with a spell on it called Firewall, which Danny's character, a monk furbolg called Ota, had a habit of holding fucking things in with his goddamn ridiculous giant strength belt. Grapple checks. So, yeah, that campaign got kind of fucked up. It was fun though. Shame it didn't go very far because scheduling issues kept him folk missing games, and then who was DMing, and he got a bit shirty about it. But it was fun at the time. I kinda want to play D&D again, but just fucking finding people, scheduling it. And I mean, I won't get to play, I'll have to fucking DM it. I was meant to be playing a campaign with her, but that's not going ahead just now because one of the other people who wanted to play in it has too many games going. So, then presents a problem of there'd be me and one other player. And who doesn't trust me to play a game where there will be lots of downtime? He's worried what I will end up causing to happen. I think. Probably rightly so, but I would quite like to run a game in the Grim Hollow setting. Because it vaguely reminds me of Warhammer Fantasy, which was a cool game with some cool systems in it. Like, you didn't really have classes, you had jobs. And honestly, the rules for that game were fucking brutal. Like, any random encounter, you could end up losing limbs and shit. So it's like Dark Heresy built on fucking steroids because you had like no fucking armor to begin with. I'm sure Who played quite a bit of it. I think he played a cleric or some shit in it. Or a priest or whatever. I'm sure it was something that got magic in the end anyway. But like, yeah, you all kind of started as just regular people with jobs rather than we are badass heroes. Although, I mean, I guess fucking D&D's the same fucking thing. You aren't really heroes at level 1. You're just... Well, no, I suppose you technically have the potential to be heroes at level 1 in D&D because your stats are so much higher than commoners. And Warhammer Fantasy, that was not the fucking case. In Warhammer Fantasy, you were lucky if you lived past level 1. Well, it was the early level 1, but same kind of shit. Heroes in training. I guess. I mean, a commoner's stats are 10 across the board, and your average adventurer will start with at least 116, so you're only really going to have a negative in one trait, or one stat, on average, if you're using the standard array. So, you are the definition of just built different. So, I guess in a way, you're not really a hero, but because you are so much different from a commoner, you certainly have that fucking potential. Well, I keep saying hero, but I suppose fucking villain is apt as well for some fucking cases. But Grim Hollow has a lot of cool fucking things in it, like transformations into aberrations and various other bits and pieces. It's a much more horror-based setting. Kinda like the Curse of Strahd and Van Richten's guide. Can I give you a few more domains of dread? So it's essentially like a domain of dread, except Arathis is an entire campaign world. So I'd quite like to set up a campaign in that at some point, but that involves me having the time to actually do that. And right now I need to sew a whole bunch of products and get that shit on the go. So, unlikely going to be a thing for the next couple of months. Maybe once we've moved and we're in a new place and things have settled down a wee bit, and hopefully business has taken off a little bit to the point where it can actually sustain me living, would be great. But I mean, we'll see. Because at some point I would like to use the streams to make fucking weird and wonderful shit rather than basic shit I'm selling. Because, like, I would love to have time and excess resources to make one-off armor pieces and shit. That'd be really fucking cool. Oh, wait a minute. There's something I didn't show you, Lucy. And it's kind of weird, the fucked up thing. So, I was fucking about with some leather scraps I had. And I wanted to try and make a weird drawstring pouch thing for her. So, it looks fucked up. So, rather than it just having 2 belt loops, it's got this fucking metal ring on it. Because, why the fuck not? Oh, I also put the logo in gold, but that's neither here nor there. So, it's really just a couple of leather straps I had. It's basically just like a wee fucking triangle thing. But, once you loop drawstring around it, it kind of folds up like that. And it's, don't get me wrong, this is not something I'd sell in its current state, but I was just kind of trying to prototype something out, and that is going to go to her, and I can use it whilst he's on fucking set filming or some shit. I might look at putting some pyrography on it, but I'm not 100% about it yet. And now I'm knocking over my fucking glue. Yes, he will be quite happy with it, I think. Also made this wee thing, because I was fucking about with some leather I had. That's also got to get some pyrography on it. I'm still not sure whether I want to put straps or eyelets and just thread it though. That's something I need to think about. So, not 100% on that one, but it's something I'll think about. So, yeah, that thing I'm either going to make into a bracer, or I'll make it into a holster for a LARP dagger. Because it's about the right size for a LARP dagger. I'll show you, because I've got my doors. Almost. Got my doors LARP dagger here. So, if you put a couple of belt loops on it, you could either hang it off the side or across the back. Like that. So you could either have it sitting, I suppose you'd probably want to put the blade the other way actually, now that I think about it. But like, you could have it sitting like that at the back. Or if you put the blade the other way, you could have it sitting like that at your side. Not quite sure what the best way to do it would be. I think it probably would sit better on the back. I think. So, I might do that. I'll put in some punch rivets and turn it into a sheath, I think. And I also attempted to make a belt, but I don't really have leather long enough, and so I took some of this nice purple leather, and then a French seamed a bunch of it together. Problem is, I need to trim down a couple of these French seams. Some of them I didn't sew far enough at the edge, so they're kind of getting stuck on the belt loops. So I'll need to sand those down and shit. But made a nice big pink purple belt to try and hang things on and see how that goes. So a couple of interesting things sitting there, which is cool. We're sitting at 12:30, so I have about another hour and a half, and then I'm going to, god damn it, there we go. I'm trying to keep my hands away from the mic now before I end up putting any other holes in it. Like, that coin pouchy thing is not my best work. It was, I had some scraps sitting around, and I had one of the leather pieces that by rights should have been used to make one of these deck pouches, but I was bored and decided to fuck about and find out. So I decided to test that out and see how it would look. And it doesn't look bad. It's not well finished by any means. Because realistically, I should fold out the tops, sew that up, put some thread through, sorry, not thread, some leather lacing through, and seal all that into the top bit, and then put a stopper to stop it from going too far one direction or the other. But I just decided not to bother. I'll leave that decision to who, if it was something he wants to do. Because he might not. Who's weird? He has weird tastes occasionally, so he might have some decisions or character concerns. Because we were intending on trying to get to Empire LARP. It's not going to be for Event 1 by any means, but we do want to try and get there this year at some point, because that would be pretty cool. Also because I bought a big fucking breastplate, and if I don't use it in some way, shape or form, I think Ainara will kill me and also steal it to use for her dress photography. which I don't really mind. She'll steal it for dress photography anyway, but I would like to actually get some use out of the breastplate I bought, but we'll see. Although I might not even end up using it, it looks like, because I'd need to alter it with I had intended on playing a mage character, which the mage armor needs to look clearly magical. I'm not sure I'll be able to alter the breastplate to look clearly magical. I had ideas for it, but it's a time consuming process because I'd need to go carve bits out of it, make molds for resin, then attach LED strip lighting into it, and various other bits and pieces. So, not sure if I'll be doing that or not. And I'm not even sure what nation we're going to go in the end. We are meant to be going Dawn, but we might get there and decide that Dawn isn't really our thing, and then look to transfer nations afterwards, or just make new characters. Because when it was meant to be me, who, Danny, and Sophie going, we were all going to go Dawn. I think Danny was wanting to play a mage, and we were actually going to build a house and stuff in their system, which is basically just like a group. But I doubt Danny and Sophie will be wanting to come now because they're trying to save for a wedding, apparently. So that might be a thing. I don't know. It's a concern anyway. So maybe we'll go, maybe we won't. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, wedding costs can get expensive depending on how you decide to do it. Like, just recently we were at my cousin's wedding, and I think they spent a small fortune on that wedding, and I don't understand why. Like, it was nice, the venue was nice, but I really don't think a wedding needs to be as expensive as they generally are. They also seem to be more a status symbol than anything else. Like, sure, everybody wants nice wedding photos and blah 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 blah, but it's, I don't know, man. I'd prefer not to spend a fucking fortune on a wedding. Personally, anyway. Because some people spend like fucking thousands and thousands of pounds on weddings. Like, ridiculous sums. Like, I'm sure some of those fucking TV show weddings are like fucking 30,000 on this and that, whatever. Like, that's a fucking deposit for a house, and in some fucking countries, a house on its own. So it's fucking crazy what some people will spend on it. There we go. Yep, thousands of fucking pounds on wedding dresses. Then you've got kilts and fucking venues and... like, the prices of this shit just get fucking nuts. I think the people with the most sense about weddings and shit are the people who either just fucking elope or the ones who go, right, fuck this, we'll get married just at the registry office or some shit, and then we'll go throw a big fucking party somewhere, even if it's just like a local fucking community centre or somewhere the drinks are fucking cheap anyway. Because let's face it, 90% of weddings, that's all people actually fucking care about is the drinks. Which is funny because I don't really drink anymore. So I don't give a shit about that. I think the money spent on a wedding would be much better spent on either a house fucking deposit or a really fucking nice holiday somewhere. Like, I would rather spend the money on a wedding going to fucking Japan, say, for a while. Like, I think that's what I'd rather do than have a very expensive wedding, is take all the money that I would have spent on a wedding and fuck off travelling for like 6 months. Granted, you just still can't really do that right now. The world's a fucked up place. There's COVID and there's fucking Russia invading people and all manner of crazy shit in the world, but like, does anyone even fucking know why Putin actually fucking invaded the Ukraine? Like, is it just fucking ego? Is there actually a legit reason? Or is he just like, nah, fuck you, Ukraine. I am a mad bastard with my finger on the button of a couple of fucking nukes. Because at this point, I'm not entirely sure. Like, either a bunch of politicians are all scheming to distract us for something, and Russia's been made the fucking guinea pig cover-up monkey, or Putin's just fucking nuts and has decided, no, to hell with you. You have fucked my ego a little bit. I'm going to fucking kill you all. And if that's the case, that's just fucking nuts. Like, the fact that there are madmen in fucking power that can go, no, you've insulted me, now your entire family and your fucking nation die. Like, that's the kind of shit that used to happen in the fucking medieval ages with kings. I thought we got fucking past all this bullshit. I thought we got past the peasants must die because your lord has fucking insulted my honor or some bullshit. Yeah, pretty much. Which is really fucking sad. The entire point of history is you're meant to learn for your fucking mistakes, not endlessly repeat them in a fucking cycle of death, destruction, and fucking sadness. Like, one day there will be a point where the world lets go its focus on fucking greed. Like the whole zeitgeist fucking... Was that the name of the fucking movie? Well, documentary. Talking about how if they focused on funding for renewable energy and blah 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 blah. But it basically turns around and says, right, if we'd done this, then people would no longer have to worry about working, could follow passions, could make leaps and bounds in fucking science, because they'd be doing it for the love of doing it, rather than to earn a fucking paycheck. We would get to the point much quicker where humanity would advance leaps and bounds. And create a utopia, basically, which is fascinating. I don't think that would happen because, in my experience, humans are fucking idiots. Someone would fuck it up, let in the fucking horrible alien creatures, or end up creating monstrous fucking abominations, because apparently that's just what we do as a fucking species. But it's certainly an interesting theory where humans are given free rein to pursue their desires rather than their needs. And would it actually benefit the world? But we'll never know, because oligarchies and fucking royalty and fucking tangerine businessmen control all the money and all the fucking power of the world, because they can just bribe fucking governments. So, interesting theories, but shit we will never fucking know about until humanity loses its fucking greed, which will never fucking happen. Like, I'm sure the Zeitgeist movie is free on fucking YouTube or some shit. I'm sure it was called Zeitgeist. I had a copy of it on a hard drive at some point, but But like, it's a very interesting theory. But one that is not only impossible to actually predict, but the theory itself is theoretically impossible. The ones that had their needs met died out, basically. Became lazy and depressed. Yeah, that could be the case as well. Because, I mean, you see it with some fucking rich people. Uh, like, rich folks' kids. They never work a day in their life. They become lazy fucking wastes of space. And then destroy their fucking lives. Because, I mean, look at, like, like fucking Paris Hilton a few fucking years back. She was just some wee rich bint. And didn't she end up in a fucking spiral of drugs and fucking blah 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 and never really had to fucking work a day in her life? It's like, I'm sure it was Paris Hilton. But like, a lot of these fucking people who have more money than fucking sense all end up like that. Oh, I think that music's finished, isn't it? Right. Shit me. I can't find the hole. That's what she said. I mean, sure, some people would sit around, do fuck all, and die off, essentially. But then you'll have other folk who would continue doing things just for the love of fucking doing them. I mean, you'd also get fucking murderers and shit that way, but... Hey, Ruff. How you doing, buddy? Just let me get this bit. I'll go grab some more Adrian von Ziegler music. Oh, that's the second part of that one. So I'll pop this one. There we go. Oh, we have been streaming for like 2 hours. Neat. And that's the washing machine thing in again. It is almost done. Well, that section is almost done anyway. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I need to go check something. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, my washing machine is well and truly fucking busted. I'm going to have to report that as soon as I get off the fucking stram. That's fine though. We'll sort it out. Right. So yeah, hi Ruff, how the fuck are you? And also, why ba? Have you recently turned into a sheep? I told you not to fuck around with polymorph. And yes, saddle stitching this section is almost 100% done. And well, had some food, and it was an accident. I see. An accident, you say? The food or the bar? There was a mirror. Ah, so you frightened yourself with your own face. I see. I'm just fucking weird, man. How you been, bud? I would also like some food, which is actually a consideration I'm gonna have to make kinda soon. Your face is scary, yes. Fair enough. Mine's is actually fucked up. I realised earlier that my beard's uneven. I need to fucking go and sort that out at some point. One half has much more fucking hair than the other half. So, it is slightly fucking lopsided. So I need to get the fucking clippers out and thin away that shit out. Which kinda sucks, but hey ho. Lucy Magoosey and Ruff having a nice pleasant conversation. Oh, that's nice. That's nice when people who haven't seen each other in ages are like, "Hi, how are you? It's been a while." It's been a while. Oh, god damn it, I've picked up that fucking habit for Critical Role. Better now you have a job to wake up to. Well, that is always kind of useful. For the motivation's sakes. Well, not necessarily for the motivation's sake. Like, I am actually now more motivated to get up that I am not working for anyone else than I have been in a very long time. Because I actually enjoy doing this, although it is repetitive as fuck. But I don't have to deal with assholes. At the moment. I do have a lot of other stresses and considerations to make every day, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't have to deal with asshole customers complaining about food. Or asshole staff complaining about hours. Or asshole area managers asking why this thing hasn't been done the way they wanted it done. And I'm fine with that. Yes, I work for myself now. Kinda. I mean, I haven't actually opened the fucking shop or anything yet, so technically I don't even work right now. We are in production phase of trying to get shit together. Yes, I am. I am indeed. That's why there's a logo and shit there. Because it's fancy. And eventually we will be making shit even the nine hells is jealous of. Hehehehe. Asmodeus will send an order, it'll be fine. I'm sure he will. Make him some nice horn covers. Or maybe a posing pouch. Zariel, however, as I was explaining to Lucy earlier, will not be placing an order. Especially not for gloves. I was telling Lucy about that campaign earlier. Oh, it was fun times. I need to play more D&D. It's been a while. It's been a good long while. Is that the last time you played D&D? Was before Who and Danny had their little meltdowns and didn't want to continue that campaign. Fuck. Admittedly, that was the last time I played as well. But, I mean, I have a small child and was running businesses, so I didn't have the time for that shit. Hopefully I will soon. Either who I'll get is IRL Viking-esque campaign setup and going, or I'll find other people to play with and I'll either run it or I'll convince somebody else to run it. But that wouldn't be for a while yet anyway. It's too much shit to get done. So, how come you didn't go try and find another group to play with, or we just burnt out for the chaos that was fucking Cleo? Because, I mean, that was a pretty brutal fucking god to choose to be a paladin of. Especially in a group that contained an evil fucking drow. And the chaos that was fucking... Ah shit, I still can't even... The chaos that was Ota. Was weird playing with other people. Yeah. Yeah. Gods of Justice. Never that easy. This is why I pick things or concepts as a paladin that don't actually require a god. Because fuck gods. Now, see, that's the thing, man. Like, Paladin's fantastic. It's just, you literally picked one that... Well, Paladin is not for you in a Who game, because it generally requires you to follow a god. Because it's still got the 3.5 min set. Paladin's fine. Like, you just become a fucking vengeance paladin or some shit. Although, I personally am after the tiny wee bit of Conquest Paladin I got to play in Danny running Minds of Phandelver, I am a great fan of Conquest Paladins. That was great. Kill all these goblins in the cave. Oh, fuck that. Let's kill the boss and then make the rest of them bow down. I really, really want to play a fucking Conquest Paladin again. I also want to mix it with fucking Undead Warlock. Although that's mostly just because I want to play Undead Warlock. Because that's just a fucking mad subclass. And honestly fit a concept I was wanting to do with a Grave Cleric. Right. Almost there on this one. Like 3 more stitches and we're done. Well, done with this section here. I still need to go back over... Oh, shit. Okay. Oh. There are many things I want to play in D&D actually. I just don't have the time to play D&D. I wish I did. I'd play all the things. All of them. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll set up a campaign and I'll just play all the characters. No, that'd be stupid. That's why you write a book. In fairness though, towards the end of that campaign rough, when you started playing the Battlemaster Fighter, that was fucking great, because you knew what your fucking abilities were, you were using them. It was like fucking night and day for the Paladin. Right, there we go. So there we go. I'll need a wee bit of wet moulding and these edges trimmed off. But that's pretty much it. these wee corners will need taken off. And I'll need to wet mold it to stretch the leather slightly. And I need to run stitching along these two sections. But that's that. I will probably put the gold stamp on it somewhere. Because, yeah, it's not took that very well. But see, we'll use the fake kind of belt thing for a second. Dee-dee. Helps when you don't hold it up too high. And obviously your butt or leg will be there to hold it kind of straight. And it fits a 32-inch belt quite well. I don't know if that fit a 38 belt, but they do fit a 32-inch belt. And that is what a standard belt size is. So that's fine. So that took me roughly about 2.5 hours to sew up. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. There's like fucking 20 to 30 quid right there. So, yeah. See, that's the problem with pricing these things. That little pouch took 2.5 hours. That's like fucking, even at 10 quid an hour, you're looking at like fucking 25 quid before you even factor in materials. So, yeah. That's the problem with trying to price fucking handmade leather goods. Because in general, people who are just looking for fucking gifts or whatever, or whatever, not necessarily for gifts, but various other buyers want to spend as little money as possible to get the best quality possible. That doesn't quite work. Not with leather goods. You have to pay for the craftsmanship. At some point though, because I did buy that leather sewing machine, I will attempt to make fucking shoes. Because that's just got to be cool. A pair of unique fucking shoes. Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't really work with fucking handmade shoes, handmade goods at all. Which is kind of an issue. Kind of an issue when that's going to be your fucking income. Yes, Lizzie, shoes. I will be capable of doing shoes. That'd be a weird thing to have. Fucking Avernus Designs, fucking Iron Fist? Oh shit. What was the fucking name of the company that used to do high heels and shit? Iron something. I want to say Iron Fist. But it can't be Iron Fist. Used to do like fucking cool, fucked up goth shoes. Well, not goth shoes, but like they had cool fucking designs, like zombie print shoes and shit like that. It's not Pleaser, because Pleaser were the ones with the stupidly high fucking heels. when you get to that stage, you can bet your ass will be ordering some shoes. Fair enough. I'll take that. I will quite happily make you fucked up shoes. That's what I'm looking for. Right. See, the thing is, I could rivet these wee pouches together. It'd take me more material to do it, but it'd be infinitely fucking faster. But I don't know if I'd like them as much. The reason I kind of like these pouches is because they are entirely hand stitched. Like, normally I would put a buckle on these, but I wanted to do a bunch of them in different styles, because some people will prefer this little pop closer. Some people will prefer a buckle. Some people might just prefer a leather strap sitting there. But I don't know. See, like, out of the two of these, now bear in mind this side's done with soft leather, this one's entirely hard leather. Personally, I prefer this one, the red one. I think it looks a lot neater, a lot cleaner. That is my preference. This one, however, will fit a bit more. So, I think see, what I'm thinking is I can hand make these ones and hand stitch all of this shit, because I think people will definitely like this style more, although it takes a hell of a lot longer. I also reckon this is worth more. It's better quality leather. The only problem is it takes like 2.5 hours to stitch, a bit of time to cut. You're probably looking at another hour to cut, seal, and put in these rivets in the pop closer. So that one obviously takes a lot more time, but these little ones could probably be produced a lot quicker if we take away the hand stitching time and we use tiny ass little rivets. So unfortunately I don't have another one of these pieces lying around. Oh no, I do. I have one here. So like, this is all these things are, is one strip of leather and then two much smaller pieces like that. Both look awesome. Personally, I prefer the actual deck box, because that's essentially what that is. That's more a pouch than it is anything else. So, I think that's what I need to do though, is the ones with soft leather will get riveted. The ones that are hard leather, those will be hands-on. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Because, I mean, the problem with it is, this hands-on one, realistically, you're talking about 15 quid an hour, and then materials. And if I look at the costs, I don't have my drive open. Open up. So, I mean, the costs for the two are basically the same fucking price, because the 1mm leather and the fucking dyed leather are practically about the same price. Not far off anyway. The only difference is if I use the soft leather, it obviously boosts up the cost of materials a fair bit, but it does cut down massively on the labour. So, I mean, you are looking at like, what? You're looking about 30 quid for the soft leather one, because that will not take me an hour. And for the hard one, you're looking at fucking expensive. Yeah, for that wee hard one, considering the fact it took me 3 hours, you'd be looking at like fucking 60 quid. And that's the problem. But, I mean, that's the nature of this business. You need to look at cutting down the costs and times of things as much as you possibly can. So that's an issue. It's certainly an issue. But I do like these. And this one is going to go up for sale later today when I have finished sewing the last couple of little bits. Because I'll need to put stitching in this little section and this little section. Which, realistically, I should really just leave blank to save myself a wee bit of time. That'd be the smart thing to do. Yeah. But I do think I much prefer this hard leather one. The problem is, that takes a lot more time. But now that I have made that decision, I can very quickly test out how long it'll take me to make one of these just by riveting it. Which I will probably do tomorrow when I've got a... Oh no, wait, I can't do it tomorrow because we are going to my daughter's friend's birthday. Ah, shit. So I think that'll be a Monday stream thing. Oh yeah, that's fine. We've got Monday stream to figure it out. Because the Monday stream will be roughly about the same fucking time. So, yay! I'm not sure though. I'm not sure at all. Oh, what the fuck is this wee tab? Open access dialogue. What? Prime. Streamlabs. Okay. Huh. Weird. I have stuff attached to the stream that I didn't even fucking know about. Yay! However, I am going to have to wrap up very soon because I'm going to have to go pick up my daughter about 2 o'clock because it'll take me about an hour to walk up to her nursery. And my partner should be heading home soon to go to work. So that's going to be fun. What should we make on stream on Monday? I mean, I don't really have a lot of leather left at the minute. Like, this big ass piece of purple leather. Like, that is all the leather I have left until my new delivery comes, which is apparently still held up at customs. So, yeah, that's a slight fucking issue. And which is why I will potentially be using UK suppliers in the next couple of days. That's a very slight problem. Because it should have been delivered by the 10th. And we're now looking at... Where's my phone? Yeah. Customs is annoying. So what am I looking at now for the delivery time? I mean, originally it was meant to be the 28th of March. I hadn't intended to finish up working until just the end of the month there. So yeah, where is this? It is still at customs, apparently. So that's a fucking pain in the ass. Because it should have been here. It arrived there on the 6th of the 3rd. So, yeah, that's a fucking issue. What I might need to do is... There are a couple of UK-based leather companies, so I'm probably going to have to look at buying a couple of hides for them. Which is annoying, because I've spent like fucking 300 quid on leather being shipped. So... It's a little bit of a fucking issue at the minute. But such is fucking life, eh? So yeah, I think the thing now is to try and only buy for UK based suppliers to avoid this whole Brexit fucking shipping nightmare. Because having stock sitting is useless to me. I need to order for UK based suppliers to avoid that customs delay. I don't really have a fucking option. Right, I actually do need to pee, so give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, look at all this shit. Yeah, that's the other fucking problem. Like, there's no storage at customs, there's no storage at home. Like, I can only take a limited amount of leather stock at any one time because I don't have the space to put everything. Also need to find a company that will sell branded boxes that are the right size for this. I did want to buy a laser cutter, but they are quite expensive at the minute. So I'd be looking at like I think about 500 for a laser etching machine that'd be capable of cutting boxes and doing the leatherwork shit I need. So that's not really an option. I'm gonna have to find a supplier for those boxes. In the meantime, it's still not as trimmed as I would like. So yeah, we have issues all around. I was really hoping that that leather would be here by Monday, but at the minute it's not looking like it. Because I wanted the leather to be here by Monday so that I could try and find somebody with a laser etching machine, because I wanted to mock up a kind of keyring design thing for a local landmark to see if that would sell in a couple of shops. But that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that's going to be a slight little problem. But we'll see. We'll see. I could get lucky, it could arrive here on Monday and just be like, sorry about that. But yeah, there's problems all around the world right now, and the problem of me not getting my leather kind of pales in comparison. Let's face it. Not getting my leather is slightly less important than people running for their lives for a fucking mad Russian. If we're just being realistic at the fucking moment. Oh. Wait. Why does it burnish these? Because I burnished the full section. Right, I got you. Because I was going to make the bottom section a lot wider to make a wider pouch. That was why. I remember now. What else did I want to do? I also need to get a branding foil. So you get these irons basically that this little stamp can attach to, and it's a much better way of putting metallic foil onto metallic foil designs onto the leather. So I'm going to have to pick up one of those as well soon, because the way I have been doing it is just by heating up this stamp, which is fantastic fucking stamp that I bought from Princess Manoit, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but I bought it from a maker on Etsy that shipped from China. So I'm not sure that it's a legitimate thing or if that's just been a drop shipping thing. Which is fine. I don't mind drop shipping stuff, but I mind drop shipping it for the price I probably paid for it. Because I have found them on AliExpress for much cheaper than I paid. So That might have been a mistake on my part, but I trust Etsy a little bit more than I trust AliExpress. Just this much. But yeah, stamping it just with heating it up. I don't know if you can see that actually. Like, it kind of works, but not as well as it could, and that's my concern. Everything I do now has to improve the quality of what I'm doing. So, the better the quality, the better the product. Just goes to reason. Which is why we'll be obviously getting leather for a local supplier, so it should be a better quality than the stuff I was ordering from China, because China fucking produces everything. Also offsets the carbon miles for the business and various other wee bits and pieces, which is nice, I guess. Yeah. So that's all things I need to consider. Ugh. So much hassle. But yeah, the only leather I've got left is that kind of small bit of purple leather. So I can't really do too much. I can probably make like another 2 of these, plus a couple of other things, but I do need that leather to be able to get going really at the minute. A couple of the coin pouches are made. I don't have any more red leather. I've no more brown. I've got a bunch of the soft shelled leather, but that's mostly scraps at this point. So there are limits to how much I can actually put together. What I might do is take that leather, or the scraps, and try and turn it into a patchwork orcish wash skirt for LARP purposes. That might be a cool thing to do. But again, that's will anyone buy this? How much time's it got to take? But I mean, it is something I could work on in the meantime whilst I wait on the leather delivery. So yeah, problems all around at the moment. I've got the belt to finish off. I've got some more pouches to make. So those are things that can be done, and then I have options, but not the options I would want. Also, I probably shouldn't have had that like that. You can see all my shit, but who cares? It's not that important. I need to work out what this one is. Streamlabs. What is this little fucking box here? Right, 2 seconds. I need to go to my channel to check what the fuck this little box is that's popping up. Right, this little stupid box here. Oh. Huh. Oh, it's the cells. It's the channel currency, but I don't know if you can actually use the channel currency thing right now. Should maybe turn that off. Maybe. And also the Streamlabs thing. I see. Okay. Right. So I literally need to go and adjust that just now. So it's not popping up on everybody's thing, taking over the fucking chat window. Okay. I am literally just wasting time just now because we don't really have much I can get on with. I literally can't start showing anything more because I'm going to have to leave in like 10 minutes. I don't know if anybody else is streaming at the minute. Host the channel, clip that, red, schedule and get down. Right. Edit your extensions. Right. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Streamlabs. Overlay 1. Okay. Settings. Okay. Huh. Let's say, Ruff, why don't you do me a favour? Unsub and then sub. Unfollow, then follow. No sub. I keep fucking mixing up the YouTube and the fucking Twitch things. Unfollow and then follow, and then see if the Streamlabs thing on the stream actually gives you points. Because if it's not working, then I'll need to disconnect it. Right. Let's see. See, there should be a second wee button underneath, hovering about where the chat thing is for me. Let's see. Spin the wheel. Ah, shit. There is a lot of shit here. Does this actually work? Nah. See, half this shit isn't working. This is just stupid. Right. You know what? We're just going to deactivate that for the time being. Because it does not appear to be working properly. I just want to switch it off for the time being, motherfucker. Right. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just deactivate it. There we go. No idea how that's supposed to work, but I guess we'll get it eventually. I'll figure it out at some point. It might be a thing that's only for... Oh. Adrian Von Ziegler, how dare you pause. It might be a thing that's only if you're one of their Streamlabs Prime members, which honestly I don't give a shit about. Can probably fucking replicate it just by actually activating the fucking bot again. I just wondered if the Twitch integration would fucking work. But I really don't want to have to sign in with that fucking bot again. I can't remember all the fucking codes. Then I'll have to authorize it, and I'll have to sign out of my Twitch and then back into the fucking... Ugh. Too much hassle. So yeah, I'll probably just deactivate that. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. But that's been a good 3 hours, and practically all I've done was sew a fucking pouch. How fun. But it has been great catching up with Lucy and Ruff. It's been fun. Although I was supposed to use today to play games, but that might be a let's do that later when I actually have shit in the shop and the shop fucking open. Although, what I do like though is I need to actually go to the channel again. Alright, let's have a look. Bum, 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 bum. I'm only going here because see the amount of shit you can actually set on the fucking... No, I don't want to go to there. I just want to go to the merch store. Ah, fuck me. Alright, we'll just pull this out here. Then we'll open this. We'll bounce it out of this side. Like, see the amount of shit you can actually fucking stick up on these merch stores? That's pretty fucking neat. Mouse mats and keychains and fucking stickers. Fridge magnets. I am quite tempted to buy one of these t-shirts. I quite like the t-shirts. I'm not really a cap kind of person. And see these hoodies? This hoodie pissed me off. I wanted to put the logo on the back. It won't let me put the logo on the back. Son of a bitch. But I'm totally buying some of those t-shirts. I am going to order some of those t-shirts. And possibly the hoodies as well. I don't know what the price is for me ordering them, because it's cost purchase thingy. But oh, I have more downloads to do. Okay. Boop. Boop. I have been playing Dying Light again because I saw the second one came out and I never actually finished the first one. And I do quite like it. Although, tip, if you ever do play Dying Light and you have a base fresh save, do not go into that fucking horde mode thing. You cannot kill shit and you will get murdered. Anyway, so I am going to wrap up there, and I'm going to put this stream ending thing, and I also wanted to test this credits thing, but that does not appear to be working either. Huh. Yep. The credits thing doesn't appear to be working either. Man, there are so many fucking things they fucked up when they put this Prime ship. If I do wallets. I actually did do a wallet. It's not fantastic, to be perfectly honest. There are various reasons why, but see, we did actually make a wallet. Boop, boop. It's a very basic wallet, but it's got space for a couple of cards and some nudes. Yeah, basically I didn't have enough of the kind of leather she wanted them. So I kinda made it a bit weird because the person who asked me to make it specifically wanted it a bit unusual. So it's a bit fucking unusual. Yeah, totally improvised wallet because I didn't have the shit to actually make a wallet. Oh, you know what I've just realised? Whilst we're here, just quickly. Where the fuck is my chat box? There we go. I have just now realised that the chat box is actually coming out of there slightly. There we go, fixed. So, anyway, I'm going to finish up. I need to go get my door. Bye-bye!